Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And joining us a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. Thunder here to defend the home court, playing host to the Eastern Conference. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for Cleveland, the two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Irving is out there with J.R. Smith, and it's Mozgov in the center.
Russell Westbrook, one of the best success stories when it comes to converting a scoring guard to playing the point. It's his overall talent that's made him successful. His will, his competitiveness, and his incredible athleticism.
And Westbrook is a phenomenal rebounder and scorer at the point guard position. He gets steals. He really is one of the stat sheet stuffer supreme guys in the league.
Stolen by LeBron. To the inside.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Westbrook every season among the league leaders, Steve, in assists, but also unfortunately in turnovers.
Well, with his scoring burden, that's to be expected. But it's definitely an area he can continue to improve.
Irving drives in. On the wing. No good. Nice D from Durant.
Well, that was not a smart play there. That's a wild shot. They can get something better.
No, that's not smart basketball. He should have passed that shot up.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Well, Thunder have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Near the 3-point line, it's Westbrook. Outside Durant. Left side Durant. Second chance shot. And he gets it to go. Durant's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
Smith kicks to Irving. Cleveland moving the ball around. Mozgov passes to Irving. Love dishes to James. Shot clock at 5. The 3. Good D by Westbrook. The Thunder, and especially Kevin Durant, seem to be on the clock for when are they going to win a title, but they still haven't closed the deal yet.
And Kevin, there's no guarantee that you'll win a title. Even if you are a really good team with star players, it just doesn't always automatically happen. I mean, That's not a given, even though they're chipping away at it and they've made some great progress over the last 4 or 5 years. Those things are hard to get.
And to your point about the Thunder, I'm not sure if they're missing anything roster-wise. Up and down, there are very few holes for this team.
It's stolen by Adams. Fast break, here they come.
And the lead just broke.
Oklahoma. City land of the Thunder in a fine Western Conference battle here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Happy to have you along for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Golden State looking at who they've got. On the wing, Johnson and Iguodala. Harrison Barnes is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Curry in at the one. You know, Steve, a lot of teams look at this Thunder franchise as a model, of how to go about building a team that can compete for a title through the NBA draft.
Well, it's a good model to follow, but you need some luck, Kevin. I mean, Kevin Durant fell into their lap. If they don't get the second pick in the lottery and if Greg Oden doesn't go first to Portland, none of this happens. So, yeah, great planning, and they've had a terrific effort to put all this together, but it really comes back to getting Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook.
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. And the Warriors miss again.
Still looking for that first. 0-4 now.
Durant wide open, he fires. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Curry again. It's Westbrook. Pulls up. Here's Green. Out to Thompson. From deep three-point range. Good. Thompson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
He'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it.
Outside for Durant. hits the three-point bomb. Durant's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Thunder.
Kevin, you look at how they've built this lead, and one reason is their outstanding shooting from beyond the arc. That's always a weapon.
Pass to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. And another three for Golden State.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Curry. 17 points for him last game again. On deep. And Roberson pulls it down.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period. This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing. And this has not been a quarter for him to remember.
Yeah, it sure hasn't, Steve. I mean, he's been doing his invisible man impersonation.
And the basket good. It's a road game. For the Thunder, and they're facing an interconference matchup in today's game. Blazers looking to make the most out of their home court advantage here in Indianapolis. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, joined as always by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Ran outside at the three with Ibaka playing the power forward. Russell Westbrook out there with Roberson. And it's Adams in the center position. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
Indiana shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And Hibbert hits them both.
Roy Hibbert really an all-around contributor at the center position. An elite rim protector who can pass, post up, and even knock a shot down from the high post. He really does a lot of things to help you win.
I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
Here's Roberson. Right now averaging 5 points a game. The wide open look for Durant. Hits the three-point bomb. And Hibbert with the nice soft touch on that hook shot. With his height, you're not going to block that one.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's got a really nice touch. One of the better free throw shooters among big men in the league as well.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. Indiana making some changes. Paul George comes in for Hill. And it's Watson in for George Hill. Here's Indiana. Outside, George connects from three-point range. George has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. For three, Durant. And the Thunder. Another three.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
It's George on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka.
Boy, that was way behind the line. Now, he can make that at times.
He certainly is one of the guys that can actually do it from there. There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And here's George, following the three from Kevin Durant. And George kicks it to West. Outside, George. Stolen by Westbrook. Launches the three. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Thunder head coach Scott Brooks really consistent with his message. It's all about defensive commitment and trusting your teammates at that end of the floor.
The three from George. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Durant for 3. Again, Durant missing.
There's some good defense for you. And for somebody who's as good at shooting the three as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
Well, then they picked the right guy to put on it.
And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
Let's take a look at Kevin Durant's numbers. Last 10 games for him have been excellent. Tops in scoring, 12th in blocks. And, of course, he's in the top 15 in rebounding, so a very strong presence in the paint.
And, Steve, we really can't gloss over his ranking as the top scorer in the NBA. I mean, he's the one guy you don't want to see coming out of the opposing locker room.
Westbrook gets to Durant. Oklahoma City gets it back. From deep. That drops. Durant's got 12 points in the game.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
Hibbert with his screen on Durant. George with no one around. They get it again. The Thunder leading by 4. Ibaka sets the pick for Durant. Offline with his 3. Indiana's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter.
Well, supposedly, Kevin Durant, a.k.a. KD, enjoys playing NBA 2K prior to every game as a way to loosen up and kind of as an informal scouting report for the other team. That guy just soaks up all the basketball he can get. Keep listening, KD, and keep playing.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. .50 left in the first. Hill, no good. And Kevin Durant, guys, officially listed, looking at my book here, 6'9". I imagine he's that height in video game form. Steve, you think that's selling him short?
Yeah, maybe. It's interesting. A lot of guys who are 6'11" or 7 feet prefer to actually be listed as smaller. I think it's because in Durant's case, he wants to be known as more of a guard than a forward. But regardless, it doesn't matter what they list him at. He's just a ridiculously talented player.
The dish to Westbrook. Back to Durant. Fires the 3. Luis Scola with the rebound. Hill has the open look. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Thunder. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
They're crashing the offensive glass hard, too. I mean, they've dropped in several second-chance baskets.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Tomorrow out there, DJ Augustin. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's Nick Collison. And it's Singler in at the small forward. The Thunder leading by 4. They get it again. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Berg. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, David West is one of the most consistent guys in the entire NBA. Not only with his production, but with his demeanor on a team. As Coach Frank Vogel said, West has poise and composure. He's our rock. There's no other way to put it. He's a leader for them, Kevin, on and off the court.
A steady vet. Thank you, Doris.
Yeah, one of the savviest players you'll see, no doubt.
The Thunder, and especially Kevin Durant, seem to be on the clock for when are they going to win a title, but they still haven't closed the deal yet.
And, Kevin, there's no guarantee that you'll win a title. Even if you are a really good team with star players, it just doesn't always automatically happen. I mean, that's not a given, even though they're chipping away at it and have made some great progress over the last 4 or 5 years. Those things are hard to get.
Morrow kicks to Singler. He dishes it to Morrow. They get it again. Collison, the pass to Augustine. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Kevin, here we can get a good look at Indiana and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. Second in free throw percentage. Fourth in three-point field goal percentage. And they're in the top third in the league in blocks. They're a team that really doesn't give many good looks.
Yeah, I'm so impressed with a lot of aspects of their game, but particularly the free throw shooting that you talked about. This is a club that gets to the line. They're focused, obviously concentrate well. And I talked to the coach earlier. He mentioned how much they practice free throws each and every day, and it's obviously paid off. Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Nobody near George. George missing again. From deep, Morrow. And the shot is good. Morrow's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now. Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second. You know, the league doesn't always update players' heights after the end of the league. Paul George, 6'10", after a late post following his rookie season in the NBA.
From outside, off the mark.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Morrow, no good.
Early shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
That doesn't go either for George. And Paul George with great athleticism and fluidity at his side.
Yeah, he makes it really look easy. He's a very gifted athlete, extremely quick. Not only a foot, but his hands are quick too. He's not just a scorer or defender. I mean, he's got a chance to be one of the best doing all players in the league as he continues to grow as a passer and ball handler. Rebounding is one of the best at his position right now in the league.
It seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Deep. That doesn't go either for George.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc. That's purely a hustle play there. Getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in, well done.
And that's, a quality you see any strong offensive rebounder possess. And we saw it right there.
Yeah, it's the anticipation more than anything. It's understanding where that ball is going before anybody else on the floor does.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. The Thunder also changing it up. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Kyle Singler. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Anthony Morrow. Will it go? Hibbert dishes to Sloan. Now Miles. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And, the rebounding edge here has been key because they're getting a lot of extra possessions offensively as a result.
Guys, you're absolutely right. It's made all the difference. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play. They're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Here's Sloan on the wing, Stuckey. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Panthers got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the first half is now in the books. It's the Thunder as they end the second quarter with a tremendous 17-3 run. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us.
For the Pacers, they have really struggled against Kevin Durant.
He's hitting field goals, three-pointers, using all that range he's got in his arsenal.
Well, he's wearing down this defense. And they have to follow him everywhere. So he is really making them work.
Down low, West and Hibbert. The backcourt, Hill and Myers. And it's Hill at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Launches a 3. The Thunder leading by 13.
Well, last season the fans in Indiana finally came back in bunches to support their hometown Pacers. In the top 10 in attendance and 25th in 2013.
Now here is Hill. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. From deep, Morrow. No luck. And Indiana will go the other way with it.
Starting to get restless here. 0 for 4 to start the second half.
Well, Clark, you look at the low attendance numbers for the Pacers in years past, from 2007 to 2012. They averaged the second worst in the league. I think that surprised a lot of people.
It really did. It surprised me and the rest of the organization as well. Yet that corresponds with the seasons that the Pacers actually dipped below 500, and there wasn't a lot of promise on the horizon. With the Pacers winning now, and from what I hear, the TV ratings are also over double. Actually, I know the TV ratings for that team have doubled up since 2012, so things are headed in the right direction now.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Paul George comes in for Solomon Hill, and it's Watson in for Hill.
Well, they need a shot or two to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Paul George unable to get his shot to go.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
And it's George again missing.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
From deep, Morrow, and he gets the bucket. Morrow's got 18 points in the game.
The three-pointer has been his best weapon here today, no question.
The D has been all mixed up, confused, bamboozled, allowing him way too much space.
George, no good.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Here's Morrow. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Cantor kicks to Morrow. And the call will be against Nick Collison. That's his first foul. Indiana's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. From deep, George. That doesn't go either for George.
Well, for Paul George, his leap last season, not just about accentuating his strengths, but also cutting back on the negative plays, in particular, lowering his fouls and turnovers while he was on the floor.
Now, here is George. He's got 12.
I tell you what, he'll get some of those hustle points if he keeps boxing out like that.
Augustine in the corner. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Indiana. Hibbert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Nobody near George. And it's George again missing.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
They get it back. And Singler kicks to Morrow. That 3 off the mark.
He's frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there, or that he keeps on trying to.
Now, here is George. Averaging 23 points per contest.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
From deep, Morrow. And it's Roy Hibbert with the rebound. Hibbert's got 6 rebounds in the game. And here's George for 3. That doesn't go either for George. Morrow kicks to Augustine. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. George with no one around. And it's George again missing. Here's Morrow. He's got 18. And now we've got the intentional foul. Takes the 3. Good. Morrow's got 9 points in the quarter. Here's Hill. Shot is no good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Thunder lead by 19. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. time here.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
And the Pacers with possession here. 19-point game. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for Oklahoma City right now, ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Andre Robertson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
And it's George missing. The Thunder leading by 22. George against Durant.
Well, I think the NBA is in a great place with all the young talent in the league right now. We see players coming in not just with potential, but a willingness to learn and work. Really impressive to see.
From deep, George. And that one's good.
And he responds with his own three-pointer.
Yeah, he came right back with his 3. And we're seeing a bit of gamesmanship right here, Steve.
Feeds to Robertson. Westbrook passes to Durant. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And for NBA players nowadays, just playing in the offseason isn't enough. They're conditioning, working on their bodies, as well as their skills. It is a 12-month-a-year job.
And that's partly driven by the fact that you can make so much money if you are in the NBA and you take care of yourself and you're able to play for a while. So you're seeing all of the world-class training facilities and guys being much more in tune to their bodies and trying to prolong their lucrative career.
This is unbelievable. What a shooting exhibition we're seeing out there today.
He feeds it to Robertson. He kicks to Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Durant wide open. He fires. That doesn't go either for Durant. Outside, George lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Man showing some terrific range. And that's 21 points for Kevin Durant.
It's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Hill, he's checked in for George, and it's Hill in for C.J. Watson. And the Pacers with possession here, following the 3 from Kevin Durant. Lets it go with the 3. Rejected by Westbrook. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession.
Still Oklahoma City. 19-7 shot. 19. Kevin Durant. Out of bounds. Pacers ball. Substitution. Home run. Paul George. Anthony Moore. 4-3. Timeout charge to the Pacers. Out of bounds. Pacers ball. Anthony Moore. Home run. Paul George. 2 minutes. 2-1. Anthony Moore. 4-3. Nick Collison. Anthony Moore. Timeout charge to the Pacers. Substitution on the court. Jeremy Lamb. 4-3. CJ Miles, 2. Timeout charge to the Pacers. Checking in for your Pacers, Paul George, CJ Watson, Anthony Moore. Anthony Moore. For 3. Oklahoma City foul called. Nick Collison. That's his first personal foul. Home run! Paul George! Defensive foul, CJ Miles. That's his first personal foul, first team foul. Substitution on the court. Anthony Moore. Timeout charge to the Pacers. Kevin Durant. For 3.
The entire NBA. The entire NBA.